Do. And we are live on the interwebs right now.
Everyone got quiet.
After the... You don't feel like we're live? Here, I'll just go.
Now we're live.
Now we're live, everyone.
So this is
Talking to your mic.
Come on, Big Nick.
You're a
this
comedian.
is a special evening because I can actually I can stop comedy after this. I actually just got into comedy knowing podcasts were going to come out. I just wanted my man Jay Skank to tell a story that needed to be recorded. That's not his real name. I'll just set the stage.
Look at that camera.
I'll set the stage. Don't look at the camera.
Look at the.
We don't
Look directly into the
Clint's eyes
camera.
are not the camera.
We need facial recognition
Just put
on the camera.
this number up so you can hear yourself screaming, making our ears bleed. So Jay Skank's a Rutgers guy.
Get into your mic.
And him and his degenerate buddies for spring break would just get like a suitcase full of uppers and drive somewhere. So they ended up in New Orleans somehow at some hostel. And so picture like a bunch of Rutgers meatheads. Actually, a quick aside. My cousin's a lesbian, and I was visiting her in San Francisco. And this is the crew that Jay Skank ran with. Listen. And I visited my cousin, and she lived with a gay guy who went to Rutgers and another lesbian. Actually, I don't know if she was a lesbian. I never asked. Anyways, she didn't want me, so she must have been a lesbian, right?
Her name wasn't Aaron, was it?
No. So I'm talking to this gay guy. I'm like, man, it must have been tough knowing Skank and his friends. I'm like, it must have been tough being gay at Rutgers. He's like, it was all right. My freshman roommate was a little weird. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you know, he had this thing. He was like a meathead. He knew I was gay, and he would like pick on me. But then he would jerk off in front of me and blast Summer of '69 and jerk off in front of me. And he was like, this guy was he looked like a WWF wrestler. His name was Bill. I'm like, you don't mean Bill Wolf. And he was like, you fucking know him? This was Skank's crew in college, guys that jerked off in front of their freshman year gay roommates. Like some fucking like Ultimate Warrior.
And they were jacked up?
And this guy was telling me the story and he was describing, I'm like, I know this guy. And so this is the crew that went down to New Orleans, right? And so like they're the kind like if you like show any weakness, they'll punch you in the face and call you a faggot, you know?
Yeah.
And like just true Jersey, you know, Republicans, I suppose. And so these meatheads go down to Rutgers, to New Orleans, and they think they're in like Amsterdam. So they find a hostel, which if you've ever been to New Orleans, the hotels cost $3. So you can imagine what a fucking hostel looks like.
Yeah.
So they're in this jizz den of a hostel. And of course they get there. So they had to have the Rutgers inaugural fight wherever they go. So two of them start wrestling. And as a result, they're wrestling in the room, because that's what you do when you're in Rutgers. You start things off with a good wrestle with your shirts off. These savages in a wrestling match had the ceiling fan come down. So then they have a night of drinking, and the hostel owner's a nice enough guy, and Jay Skank, who I don't know if the camera's on him, he looks like he's like a Tom Brady kind of type, pretty boy. And he looked even better before the years of drug and alcohol abuse. But so you can picture a young 20-something Skank looking like the gay prince from Game of Thrones.
He looks more like the little guy from the Patriots.
Yeah, no. Yeah, right. No, but
Edelman.
That's after years of abuse. When he was younger, he was more like the guy who was the gay Stannis Baratheon brother? Like Renly. That's what he looked. He was like Renly Baratheon. He had like flowing locks. He was very effete. He wore like really tight briefs. So Skank would always sleep in his briefs, even if it was a room full of guys. And I'm going to leave it to Jay Skank to tell you what happened at this hostel in New Orleans.
Oh, man.
You don't need to lean into the mic because your voice will cripple us all.
Yeah. Well, so that the night that he described, that the next morning, I wake up and I have like a raging I'm rock hard, like a really solid boner, and the guy and the owner of the hostel is like literally like on my bed, like kind of like this, just sort of leaning over, and like I was like really, you know, I was taking it back a little bit. I'm like, what's going on here? He's like, oh, I was just making sure the ceiling fan was okay. No bullshit. And I was like, All right, man. And I wasn't in briefs. I was in boxer briefs or whatever. I had I had a very but I didn't recognize what was going on at the time. And he's like, "Oh, hey, do you want to come upstairs and smoke some weed?" I was like, "Yeah, man, let's go smoke some weed." Exactly. College, you know what? I'll smoke a little weed with you.
Rock hard. I love it.
He was innocent.
Well, no. So I put some clothes on. We go upstairs, and then he's like, we're hanging out, we're smoking. He's talking about the town, and then like in the middle of the conversation, just flat out, he goes, "Hey, I'd really like to suck your dick."
Whoa. Let's back it up.
I was hoping you were going to say that.
Listen, this is Jay Skank and his old
Mike.
man get over it days. Jay Skank used to give us a little more foreplay. I'll give the foreplay for him because that's the best part, as the ladies know. And Jay Skank, so of course it's weird going with a weird creepy guy up to your room.
Yeah, what's this guy look like?
With a hard on.
He was bald, right? Short and bald.
No. He wasn't short and bald. He was like he was like an older guy. He he looked like a normal dude. He was but he was like 50. He was like he was like 50, dark hair, parted to the side. You know what I mean? Clean shaven. You know what I mean?
He's like he was attractive.
So he
was
yeah,
attractive.
he was a little attractive. You know what I mean? For a 50-year-old dude,
He goes upstairs with
For
his
a hostel owner.
Yeah, for a hostel owner, I was like, this
Goes
guy's doing all
upstairs.
right.
Somebody keep a count of how many times you would have left the room during this. So he goes upstairs. He's 19, looking like Renly Baratheon in his boxer briefs. You put jeans on, but didn't zip them, right? You kept it open.
With a fucking...
and so he put his tight jeans on like Brad Pitt in that in Thelma and Louise, and he's sitting up there. And this guy, he doesn't just say, "I'm going to suck your dick." There's like an hour of Skank passing a bowl back and forth with him, where the first part is like, you're pretty handsome. He's like, you look like an Abercrombie model. You know that? And Skank's like, "Oh, thanks, man. You want to pack that again?" Like, just like missing every fucking...
That's some dank shit.
Oh, and then he's like, "I'm not gay, but I like to suck dick." And Skank's just like, "Hey, you got any more of that weed over there, bro?" Just like not even paying attention. The guy's like, "I just like the male member," and he's like describing in detail. He gives blowjobs.
Yeah.
And Skank's just like, "Yeah, just one more ball, maybe." And like this hostel owner who was obviously jerking him off before he woke up, then goes to him like, he's like, and then I'll let Skank finish the story off since he got rid of
That's right. I did forget about that.
I forgot about the
Yeah. He was there was other comments before that, but then eventually he gets straight to the point
up.
and he's just like,
I want to suck your dick.
"I want to suck your dick." And so, but
Gentlemen.
Listen, he
he was honest about it, right? So
So how was it?
Listen
That's
how good
the-
of a guy Skank is.
well, I just said, I was like, "Listen, man, I'm not, I appreciate, I'm flattered. I'm flattered.
I love this guy.
Dude,
I'm
stayed for
flattered.
2 more bowls, this guy.
This guy.
After the guy told him he wants to suck his dick.
You earned your seat, bro. You're here all the time.
So I was flattered. I was flattered, though. I was like, I appreciate it, thanks, man, but that's just not, I'm not, not what I'm into. Let's, I'm happy to hang out here and keep smoking, talk about, whatever.
Maybe a little kiss.
He was just weekend
on the
cuddle.
Well, he's trying to
Was
give you like a
weekend cuddle.
massage.
Smoking weed with you.
He's trying to give you a
never heard
massage. He starts
that
talking about amyl nitrates. He's
Right,
called. Have you guys heard of these things?
Isn't
Oh,
that
that's
what
not-
we were
that's the-
talking
yeah,
about
that's
earlier?
what I was-
Rush opens
Yeah,
your butthole
open up-
up
yeah,
for
he's
him.
trying
Is that what? Is that what it?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
trying to get
it's
your butt.
supposed to
trying to-
relax you.
Dude, he was trying to get me to do that shit, dude. He's like, so I got, he's like, just inhale this. It's like an amyl nitrate. So I'm like, I'm not into whippets or anything like that. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Dude,
Us weirdos were just talking about that.
we
while we're
just
setting
had
up.
that conversation earlier.
So they
Somebody
smoked-
said
they
he
smoked
said
2 more
something
bowls. It's
kind
still
of
going.
like,
I said we're gonna do something, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna bang you, and you said you got the rush.
yeah, I said you get that stuff I can sniff to open my
Oh,
butthole
wait,
at
it's
least
not the
first.
band, right?
That's what it is, dude. Amyl nitrates, dude. He was like, oh, here, he's like, just take this. He's like, it's kind of like a whippet. I'm like,
You'd have been nice and
fucking
relaxed.
smoking weed.
Let me incapacitate
Your
you.
asshole get prolapsed like instantly with that
No,
shit.
this guy's got booze. Skank has like a fucking like deadwood down in his room. Like a gang
he's
of
got-
Vikings in there with their shirts off, ready to rumble. Like they came to New Orleans.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his package.
No, his
All he had to do was send out a call, and somebody would have been yelling "Jersey" and on the way.
What happened, this guy would have been killed. They would have killed him with his bare hands and eaten him like it was like.
Well, they were ready
Get
to
in your
fight the next
mic,
day. I was
Nick.
like,
Hey,
dude,
Nick,
I was like,
you
whatever.
got talking
Just
to your
gotta-
mic.
Right, right.
Come
Hold
on,
it
bro.
like you're a
Professional.
I
comedian.
know. Well, it's Skank's story.
Pull it out of the.
Of course.
We're all running over each other.
Just hold
Of
it
course.
on your.
Of course. Of course.
I'm sorry, Aaron, what?
How long was it before you told someone the story? Like, did you tell
I told him the next day. So I went back. Everybody, I went back. I went to sleep. We all woke up. I told the guys, and they were all like, obviously, like he was talking about, they were ready to like fight the guy. I'm like, it's not a big deal.
Like, bro, you didn't fucking kill him. You didn't fucking kill him with your bare
The
hands.
guy was he was like extending like an olive
Exactly,
branch.
exactly.
man.
And he had
was
good
like,
weed.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the best part. Skank.
Yeah.
There was like 3 or 4 bowls after it got really inappropriate. Where Skank's like, fine, one more bowl, man.
Where he was like,
I don't
where
do
he-
rush.
Didn't he offer you money to blow you? There was a point where-
Eventually, yeah. So eventually,
he kept
did offer-
persisting. This guy was like a.
He was persistent. He kept going.
Right.
So it like took a step up each time, and then the next time he was like, well, I'm just throwing it out there. I would pay you if you would let me suck your dick. And this is where
that's the
I think
punchline.
you were
That's
saying
And
that was
Skank
part
said,
of the foreplay.
that's it.
He was kind of going. Then he started getting into like
really
he's not
propositioning.
gay. He's like I think dicks are beautiful.
The male member.
I like
think,
the male
is,
members. how
I'll
he
not look in your
described it.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I don't know, and it's fine, but it sounds gay.
But Skank's like, I understand. You gonna pack that bowl, bro?
You got that kind, bud?
Yeah, exactly. This guy's like blowing Skank. He's like, fine, just one more bowl though.
Let me give you a
It's-
massage. That was the big. He was like, let me just give
He
you a
kept,
massage.
he kept
I'm like,
scooping
I'm
Keef
good
on top of the bowl, so
massage.
it was
Dude.
all good.
Well, it started as like he just wanted to.
He was just
kiss
fixing
his
a fan.
nape of his neck,
Right.
and then there was like 2 bowls, and then he's like, "All right, I'm
Right.
gonna have to jerk you off now."
Exactly.
And
I always
he's like,
picture the
3
scene
bowls.
from Boogie
He's
Nights.
like-
Like, oh, Dirk, you look so good. Let me just kiss you. That's what I always picture with Skank, except instead of Dirk being like, Scotty, what are you doing? Be like, fine, Scotty, just one more bowl, then you can kiss me. Like, that's how much this degenerate probably had an ounce in his room, too. And he was just like, well, it's a free bowl, And
Yeah.
Skank went back to Jersey and told his dad,
I mean,
and his
listen.
dad hung himself. Wasn't there another friend that got? There was another guy. These Rutgers guys, man, you could make like I guess a comic book about it. Like there was a guy. What was it?
Fucking gay porn.
There was a guy that got.
Gay
What was the guy who got the switcheroo?
I'm not gonna.
Don't say his name.
Yeah.
Don't say his name. Aaron Fisher.
But he got the old switcheroo. Pulled
Do you know
on
what the
him.
old switcheroo is, Clint? Skank's
wow.
about to tell you.
Nowadays, you
Yeah.
get
So-
canceled for that.
So
but-
this guy, this was messed up. This guy, he was in AC and he's talking to like this girl and this guy, and they invite him back up to their hotel room. And now he's up in the
Fucking
hotel room. And they're
clueless
all in the
Rutgers
hot
guys.
tub together.
It's amazing.
Yeah, no, this guy was. He said he's totally innocent. Totally innocent.
These
Yeah.
Rutgers meatheads think
Yeah,
that
no.
it's like no one would ever dare suck my dick.
Yeah, totally
I
innocent.
ruined
He
the story.
just
Sorry
went
for
back
cutting
with
off
the
Skank. It's
swinger
amazing.
couple.
Yeah. Oh, just go hit a jacuzzi.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like going to the gym.
I
So
love
they're
that
in the-
I love that the predator wants to suck
Just
the dick.
just listen to this. It's amazing.
I love the predator wants to suck the dick. That's
It's
the
just the
best part.
story
Great.
just gets better and better.
let's
I wish the name makes it part of the story, but we won't say it. The name is
could
just
rhyme it.
it's hysterical.
So he's in the hot tub now. He's in like the the jacuzzi in the hotel room with the girl and the guy, and the girl starts sucking his dick. He's like getting a blowjob from the girl.
Uh-huh.
The guy's just there watching. Lights go out. Still getting a blowjob from the girl. He says, all of a sudden she stops and then it switches. He goes, now the motion switches. He goes, now all of a sudden it's like a real vigorous, powerful blowjob. He goes, all of a sudden it's like different. He's like, someone.
I wonder what happened here.
Yeah,
Did
exactly.
you switch hands?
Yeah, exactly. The old switcheroo. This guy just
The old
this
switcheroo.
The dude started sucking his dick. Wow. Down the line, he's telling his buddy the story on the phone, and his dad was listening on the phone.
Oh, that's
And his dad got like super pissed off at him about it. His dad was like fucking.
Can't you make a TV
aggravated.
show about Rutgers guys like being exposed to gay America? Not real. Like what?
What?
Wait, that wasn't a
gay.
chick blowing me in the jacuzzi after the
got
lights
the-
went out.
they got the
and the
red
guy
hats on.
disappeared, and it felt completely different, and there was a hairy chin.
I thought that was
No,
an
I'm not a
Italian
fag.
broad.
Right, exactly. The best part was you used to tell. I thought it was that his dad, like, because the question was, how did his dad find out? And you used to be like, I don't know, maybe MySpace. that was such a better curve in the story that it found out from MySpace because it got out and like it was like it was like everyone was having fat bitches at Rutgers. Like, hey, you hear that dude got blown by a guy? Yeah. These faggots around here, you got to be careful. Let's go jerk off in our rooms the summer of '69. Not gay at all. In our boxing gear. These guys, they walk around in their singlets till they're fucking seniors in college. They haven't wrestled in 5 years. Like, guys, stop calling everyone faggots while you're
You're wrestling.
like, all right, come on, get on the floor. Let's do it. Let's see who can pin who. Like, dude, we're fucking 22 years old. We're going out to a bar. Just calling everyone faggots and punching some guy in the face, and then
Your dick sucked by a fucking.
those are the guys that are like
boyfriend.
sneaking off to like dumpsters and getting blown by cops and like in their middle age. Not that I know that, but we have another friend who's like that. Jeez, I guess we're friends with all gay guys, Skank.
Nothing wrong with that.
You guys are
No,
very
I have no
progressive.
problem with it. No, I've been pro gay
I mean,
since
that's-
before it was popular.
Yeah.
Whatever gets you off, man.
Everybody says
I,
that.
Clint,
We got progressive comics here at the dojo.
Clint, I don't even want to
Super
fucking
progressive.
imagine what gets you off, bro.
Progressive.
Clint, you look like the guy from what's the movie with the like ass to ass, the
Human
Requiem for a Dream. No, Requiem for a Dream. You look like the guy who's over the two crack whores who were like
Oh,
at their
boy.
bottom basement being like ass to ass.
I don't
That's
remember
the face
that
you
well
have.
enough.
So
Check it
depressing.
out. It's a great movie.
It's very
I
depressing.
mean, I've seen it, but I don't remember that character well enough or that scene.
I'm pretty sure
How do I?
that guy Darren Aronofsky was on Howard Stern, I think, and they asked him like how he recorded that scene. He's like, "Oh, I just got some of my friends and told them to act like they were at a strip club." And I'm like, "Oh my god, that is fucking depraved." But then I went on some bachelor parties, and I guess I understood it. Anyone have some good bachelor party stories?
Not that I could speak of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Wouldn't Westworld be an awesome place for a bachelor party?
Yeah.
That's what I watched the first season and I got lost, but I always thought like that's a good bachelor party spot. How much would that cost?
It's like Grand Theft Auto, but just in real life.
Did anyone watch that show after the first season? I kind of want to know what
Yeah.
happened. Was it good?
It's a mind fuck. It's a mind fuck.
It was terrible.
I feel like there's shows that
so?
just make you feel stupid. Like they don't have a point. They're just trying to confuse you.
Well,
I thought Westworld was awesome.
Wait, let Jay Skank spoil it. He's the best spoiler in history.
no, I'm not going to spoil it, but I mean,
He spoiled Luck for me. The horse show on
there was only-
HBO.
there was only one season of that, so.
I was 3 seasons behind. He goes, "Can you believe they killed Israel?" And I was like, "You son of a bitch!" I haven't let him. This was 10 years ago. I haven't let him down.
Spoiler alert.
Yes.
They
had to-
hasn't watched this. Whoever hasn't watched season 1 of
Right.
Luck.
Yeah, they had to. They had like a big battle because they want to do season 2, but they're like, guys, you're killing too many horses here. That was the problem with that show. They were killing horses by like the dozen filming that show. They're like, we probably shouldn't do this anymore.
Was a great show.
Was it a good show?
It was
Or
pretty good.
worth
Dustin
it
Hoffman.
then?
It was
No,
great.
it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeah.
They probably made glue.
Yeah,
I was thinking
You know
that.
exactly.
it was a good show.
Tonight was a great show. It was a
Rich
great,
Voss killed it, right?
Yeah.
That guy is a.
That's
that
an
guy is a-
assassin,
yeah,
man.
he's a
That's
master.
another New Jersey. We got to put New Jersey back on the map, fellas.
I think it's pretty
Yeah, we're
clear
the
it's
good
best
part of New
comedians
York
around.
now. So
I love that. You're right,
Whose
Clint.
joke was that yours?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Clint.
That was the one I was trying to remember.
that's
That
what
was
it.
the funny shit.
It's a good joke.
Clint's been working, man. Clint's rising
I
star.
hadn't heard that one before.
The
I like the dark stuff that you do, dude. I don't know. I don't just
That's
remember.
what I like too. I have
remember-
darker stuff, but honestly, you go too hard for some crowds, and then there's fucking.
not this crowd.
Well,
Not this.
I don't know.
crowd.
I don't know. He might have. I don't know. I remember the last time I saw you do some of the dark stuff. It just had me fucking like. It was really.
That's
really
I
good
like it when
stuff.
people gasp
Yeah.
and laugh at the same time.
Yeah,
Those are my
And the
favorite
moms in the crowd
responses.
like get up to walk away.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
That's how you find your audience, right? If the people that, when half the crowd wants to leave and the other guys love you, that's your people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the people that'll follow you
Yeah.
into the inner circle of hell.
yep. I'm so proud of you guys, man. I really am. The dojo, we've been doing what, 3 years now?
Dude, your
3 years.
dream is it's awesome to watch it unfold as we discussed.
No, it's even better just to watch you guys.
The
To
screen
watch
really
you guys
creeps me out,
and
by the
girls.
way.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to get head from that.
Once
clown.
again, dark. We got some dark issues here.
Just
We got
because
some
it's
dark-
dangerous
Yeah,
with those teeth.
I guess so.
Nick's always
I
like
hate
red.
myself. I was always a sucker for redheads with fake noses and shark teeth. I'm sorry I ruined the emotional moment, but
No, it's okay. I'm proud of you guys. You're fucking killing it, and we're putting New Jersey back on the map, and it's just great. I mean, watching Clint, watching you, Big Nick. I mean,
I appreciate
the
it.
two of you.
It's my
The two of
favorite
you,
place.
we got others, but the two of you tonight crushed. Both of you crushed, and obviously Voss crushed. But
What happened to Levy? Like he was joking about chasing a girl into the woods and they just disappeared. I was like, I don't think that was a joke. That last part.
it was his wife's birthday. He had to get
Oh,
the fuck out.
I got it.
He had to leave.
You're a good friend, Mike. I'll rob a bank with you,
Thank you. I love you guys.
dude.
I
You're
really
you're
do.
killing it, man. I'm excited
I'm
to
not
see this
killing
place.
it. We're killing it. It's not me. It's about us. We're building this thing. This is a whole community. If you're fucking sick in the head and you got good jokes, come out here. That's what, you know.
Yeah, you
Just
can't-
be funny. Just be funny. And you don't have to. That's, you know, I was talking to Voss about that tonight. And he was like, maybe you're getting a little too hard on the degeneracy, the depraved. And you know what? Yes, okay, we're
I'm
all
flattered.
we're a little, yeah. And it's a magnet. We're all fucked up, and you know, but we're pushing back. We're pushing back because it's woke culture or whatever, and we're pushing back. But that's not all we're looking for. You got to work, and you got to be funny, and you can be clean and funny.
yeah.
So it's not like if you're gonna come up here and just start yelling faggot and you're not gonna be funny, we're not gonna.
Right.
You're not gonna be hanging. You're not gonna be getting sets. But yeah, okay, it's just some weird magnet where we're all fucked up, and that's Jersey, man. That's fucking Jersey, and that's where I found the
what it
hole.
is.
I
The
was ready to get the
audience of
fuck
Jersey.
out of this
Can I ask
state.
you guys a question?
Is the best.
Sure.
Comics? Let me see that. 'Cause this is something I see as in the audience. Do you feel like what Mike was just saying, like if you're gonna go up there and be more in your face and like say triggered words and shit, like if it's not funny, you're more fucked than if you just tell a bad joke, right?
You should be.
It needs
Yeah.
to be worded well, like to touch. See, I don't get on super kind of crazy, you know, like real bad stuff because I don't think that I'm good enough comedian yet. Try and spin some of that stuff so that I'm not just an asshole.
Just make people feel uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I pick and choose what I want to tackle. But if you realize at this point, especially not very much, I have a couple of things that may piss some people off, but most of it's just like weird stuff that you're like, what?
That's why this is the best place, though. You cannot offend the crowd here. You
No, I've
really
just
can't.
noticed like if people are doing something
Yeah.
more controversial and it's not funny, you're kind
gets
of like,
like,
Well, then you're a jerk off.
you
Right.
judge the person. You're like, you're an asshole. Versus, but if it's funny and I laugh, I don't think like.
Yeah.
that.
Well, that's everything's
results.
shitty until it's funny. You know, like, and that's the genius of these guys like Chappelle. Or Andrew Schultz, especially with his videos and all that stuff, like
Or-
people that can
Those are
take
excellent.
subjects and then spin them, and you're like, "Whoa, that's a fuck!" Like I never saw it from that angle. And like I said, some people, especially too early. What you're describing to me is people that get in and too early in their career try to go super
Yeah.
hard down some path,
Yes.
and it's like you're not ready to go
Yes.
there yet. You
Yes.
need to be a more technical
Yeah.
comedian before you can really get into the deep shit.
It
I'll
is
throw an obscure name out there, and I know you know him, Big Nick, is Jason Rouse. Jason Rouse will take the most fucked up topics you could even think of. Shit that I'm like, why am I even laughing right now?
right.
But he knows how to, you know, they
Ryan
call
Long.
him the jester from hell.
And you don't think
Ryan
he's a
Long,
jerk.
Rouse,
Ryan
right?
Long,
It's funny.
yeah. Ryan Long too. Ryan
Yeah,
Long
Ryan
fucking
Long,
set
too.
this
Yeah.
place on fire.
Yeah. But Rouse knows how to really take the most darkest topics possible. I mean, he
Did
literally
they both play
He
here the
literally
same
opens
night?
up for death metal bands. I mean, he.
No, Ryan
Yeah.
Long was a different one. Was
Oh yeah, no. Rouse opened up for Perez here.
Okay, okay.
right.
And they call him the Jester from Hell because it's literally like you're watching, you know.
Yeah, no, it's
satanic
funny
comedy.
as an audience member, you notice it, but like you're not really sure why. So it's interesting to hear like it's because you're not good enough to be funny with that shit yet.
Yeah, I don't want to try. I don't want to get myself into the. I get myself in little holes now and got to take myself out. But you know what I mean. Being a white, bald dude, fucking
Right.
it'd be slippery slope.
Hey,
there.
being your friend, it's fun to watch you get out of
I-
it. But
It could be a slippery slope quick if I try.
I'm not gonna lie. I love. I'm sorry, it's so mean. I love watching you guys get out of a hole, though. It's so much.
Sometimes I like to sit in the awkwardness for a little bit,
Yeah, I
and then like, all right, how are we gonna do this?
It's great, but it's great. And what do we? So what do you got going on?
Not much, man. Just
What's the next show?
October 14th.
All right.
The birthday.
This next one he's on.
Is there another show here? Is there another one this weekend?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but you couldn't do it. We don't have to talk about that kind of scheduling issues. But yeah, you couldn't do it this Saturday. That's boring.
He has a hot dog eating contest.
I'm in Nathan's.
You and Clint were too good for this Saturday.
I'm booked for
No,
Nathan's.
We'll
my
talk about-
my thing.
Oh no, that's right,
canceled,
right,
so
Mr.
He's doing a bris.
My event on the Saturday canceled, so I'm just gonna be hovering around, making comedians feel awkward.
But yeah, so what do we got? We got. Well, let's look at some schedules. We got.
Oh, you should. It's the pizza bagel show this weekend.
Pizza
right?
bagel, just
Yeah,
Italians
I really
and
wanted
Jews.
to do that. Aaron's got to. Aaron could show up in my stead.
I should just be on the flyer.
Yeah,
Your clone.
Italians and Jews. That's
be
like
fucking-
everybody.
Aaron, you should just
That's
do
everybody
one set
in
as an
comedy.
Italian and
It's
one
literally
set as
this
a Jew.
area.
That would be fucking.
It doesn't
genius.
narrow it down at all.
One set as an Italian and one set as a Jew, or do the Jew one first and then the Italian one just.
That'd be pretty good.
That guy was a Jew, huh? That's like the Italian. That's like an Italian joke. Hey, was that? Bob's from Staten
What
Island,
a
so
Jew.
he's kind of an Italian. That's, yeah, exactly. That's an Italian insult is calling someone. The insult is, what do you know? You're Jewish.
Fucking Jew.
We're
We're
he's
literally
a
the
Jew.
same. We're literally the same.
It's a,
Yeah, no,
Jews
it's
with better
funny
food.
because growing up, like I was the only Jew, so I was the dumb Jew or the Jew or whatever. And
Dumb
then with
Jew.
these guys, I was the only Italian, so I was like the
I
dumb
don't know.
Ginza.
Well,
Oh, you guys fucked with the
At
Italians?
college, you
yeah,
grew up
yeah, I
around
was
Italians
surrounded
like
by
me.
them.
You guys are
I-
racist. In this
I-
day and age, you're racist to Italians?
no, please, dude. Are you kidding me?
Racist.
Look at his
Racist.
hair. He's appropriating our culture.
We dude. Skank and I grew up in the fucking jungle. You know what my nickname was in high school? Jewess.
we went through this. I
You think
the
a witty
last-
Jewish guy came up with that nickname?
We went through this in the last podcast.
These
but
fucking
yes.
these meatheads. They bench press cars and they're like, hey, Jewess.
It's hilarious that he was telling me in the last podcast that he was pretty much you.
Right.
But just 10 times cooler.
Well,
I'm sorry, Aaron. I love
More athletic, I would describe
Yeah.
it as probably. but
Handsome.
handsome. I guess cooler. Whatever you want to
humble.
say. Humble. More shoulder hair. More hair. Aaron's got hairless legs. You've seen his legs.
You guys,
This guy's like a baby seal on his shins.
He's a great swimmer, though.
he's so aerodynamic.
Not good at anything.
Not now he is. Aaron's lost 100 pounds, dude. Aaron's a
He said
a
the
male
same
model.
thing about you. What the fuck's going on here?
Well, we pay each other. That's right. Aaron did it the old-fashioned way.
Same publicist.
Yeah, exactly. They were the college
Aaron and I
track guy, too.
we used to have a band called Two Something, a rap band, Two Something. We'd freestyle at
Because we were both over 200 pounds.
yeah, so
Is that real?
So
It
you
was
asked how
yeah.
much you weighed to something.
That's
Two
real life.
Something. Yep. And we would drive down. We
All right, let's hear it.
We took his Honda Civic into the fucking ground. This poor car. If you could feel bad for inanimate objects, it's like this Honda Civic
Yeah, this-
is number one, and any toilet I've ever owned would be number two. I feel bad for
my Honda
toilet.
Civic, because this guy in the passenger seat, the fucking thing wouldn't come
I
back
broke
up.
it permanently. It was molded to my body, so you had to be like a gorilla to sit in it.
And
after.
Nick was always like didn't want to admit it was him.
Like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
I
what's going
think
on
this
with
thing's
seat here?"
broken. What happened? You're 300 pounds and just jumped in the car.
With 20 pounds of Rhein's Deli. We were such slobs. We would smoke
my
like
God.
3 blunts on a 2-hour drive from Hartford to New Jersey, and we'd stop and get like Jewish delicatessen
No, I was just kidding.
and freestyle while we crushed Jewish delicatessen. I mean, it's amazing that we were just getting blowjobs in the car It was so disgusting. It was amazing. I would
Probably smelled so nice in there.
And
Nick,
it was
Nick got
amazing.
a bumper sticker from
Oh,
the
my
place
God.
and put it on my car, and
Some
I
of
didn't
the best
notice for
trips of my
like 2
life.
months.
Yeah, I put Ryan's Deli, good Jewish food on the back of
Aaron
his
goes
car.
to East Hanover. You ever had Tadal?
Right.
Give me a Tadal.
And he had like a banging system in his car, so he'd be driving with like Jadakiss blasting out of the trunk, and it would say like Ryan's Deli, a good place for Jewish meats on his bumper. It was amazing.
I had like $1,000 car with a $2,000
Exactly.
stereo.
It was amazing.
Yeah, that's about right.
The good old days.
Whose head are we chopping off?
Does anyone know who this guy is? Bobby Beats.
We thought it was with you.
Yeah, well,
Oh, fuck.
if you have to ask.
I mean, Clint will do it.
Can you tell if it's like
You what?
night or day out in this room?
Yeah, it's night.
day.
We're going to walk out. It's perfectly sunny.
Definitely night. Not sure that you can actually tell though.
You can. And that little sliver right there behind Mike.
Okay, yeah.
Going to go outside. It's perfectly sunny. I'm
You're
like,
gonna go
oh,
outside. You're gonna get arrested.
right.
Say.
All right, guys. So I mean, this was fun.
Pleasure.
I love you all.
You're the best.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah. Experience, strength, and hope.
You guys enjoyed it.
Now we
was-
can use it against you.
Yes, you can.
You're always welcome in the
Use
dojo.
it against
Thanks,
that.
guys.
He's going to run
Appreciate
for
it.
president off that story.
Yeah. I mean, that
Jay
was fun.
Skizzle's the best,
Jay,
man.
that was awesome, bro. I love it. You look more like Edelman to me.
I'll bring some
Tom
old
Brady
pictures
don't
of
take
him. I'll bring
either.
some old
I see
pictures.
it. You're like
I
a
see.
blonde
I
Edelman.
thought it was Edelman. I really thought.
Yeah, we had a pretty hardcore OxyContin phase. It did a number on all of us. But before it, he
Remember
was-
those old
he was-
OC80s?
Sheesh.
My dick gets half hard thinking about those.
Yeah. Well, I don't even need to go there.
Doesn't kill you.
Doesn't kill you, makes you
Exactly.
stronger.
You like
But so yeah, this
Exactly.
guy used to be like a male model.
Fucking
Now he looks like
China.
Edelman blowing guys at like a
Fentanyl
truck
in
rest
China.
stop.
Well,
that
this
how it
is
was?
pretty much no carnival parking. This is what happens. We go off the rails, and
It's
that's
a
it.
party. This is after show, after hours, so the
Yeah.
super VIP.
I didn't say that.
Clint
did.
No, super
Clint did.
VIPs
Picture
behind the
yourself,
dumpster. Sorry. No, thank you guys
Thank you.
for
Thank you
listening,
so much, man.
for
Thank
dealing with our shit. Everybody, if you want to go to a comedy show here, tiffscomedy.com for the dojo of comedy.
Big Nick,
See, that
haha.
doesn't-
And what else we got to plug?
When you're here, get the ribs. Trust your boy.
Yeah.
Get the ribs. Yeah. Freethinker.tv. And Hero Soap. It's
Hero
actually
Soap?
Hero
Oh yeah, I
Soap.
bought some. It's great.
Oh, nice.
We made $2.90 so far. We can't say that.
It was 2000. Stop that, Clint. We're killing it. Hey.
No,
Fucking awesome.
everybody
No,
go
we
to
do have a
Hero
sponsor,
Soap.
Hero Soap. They're great, man, and they give soap out to veterans.
It's
like
an all natural soap that is sourced and made in Arizona. It's owned by an Air Force veteran. Your first order is matched and sent to deployed troops, and a percentage of the proceeds goes to vet and first responder benefits. So,
And we
Free
all stink,
thinkers.
so get some soap.
yeah.
it smells
and
like
go-
ass in this podcast, so it's the perfect sponsor.
You can use these guys did not use the soap prior to coming here. You can use the discount code Free Thinkers. That's it. Get 20% off. Free Thinkers with this. All right.
Peace
later,
out. Thank
people.
you.